like is saying, God, this is what I desire, this is what I want, I know what I desire and what I want. Where do I go? Where do I start? How do I not get lost? Can you give me a sign that this is 100%, that I've not been deceived, this is 100% what I wanted and what I've been going for? Don't be afraid to ask. He who asks shall receive. Don't be afraid to ask. You might be surprised by the answer. A good example would be when I was a kid, I really liked astronomy. And but I never took astronomy as like the major thing that I wanted to do. I always said, like, in another lifetime I will be an astronaut type stuff. I was really connected to space. And if you go look at my Pronoia channel, you realize that I do a lot of work with multidimensional science. I won't go too deep into it, but I actually didn't know I had a passion for astronomy and for physics, and how physics and quantum physics are very connected to psychology and philosophy and all other subjects. That's basically what we teach at Pronoia radio station. And if I hadn't looked to the things that I liked as a child, I would have never known that that's something that I want to explore. I would have never known that I want to try this thing. I want to look and see if my passion or my soul gravitates towards this thing. But now I know. I do know. And I'm grateful towards the fact that I looked within. I started there. Take your time and try it. If you are on this page or you're on the page of any other life coach or counselor, then whatever it is you're trying to teach you, put it into practice. Experiment. Try and keep trying. Why do I say try and keep trying? The reason why I say try and keep trying is it's because sorry, my brain is loading. It's because you don't want to discover things for yourself on accident. Chances are it will take longer. If you hear a piece of advice, if you're already on a journey, if you've already asked yourself, how do I find my passion? You're already on the right start. But when we advise you, try this inner work. When we advise you, try this way of thinking, try changing your mentality, try this, try that. Actually put some effort and try to do that thing, because trying goes a long way. This little trick I did of finding out what I love and what I'm naturally able to do, when I was asking myself, how do I find my passion? It took me 2 years. I started asking myself this question in 2021 after something very serious happened to me, and I was finding my passion. I was differentiating my passion and my likes. I love to travel, so I thought maybe, I thought maybe I had to write like travel vlogs and like do travel vlogs and like, but no, there was way more stuff that was in store for me. Would it involve traveling? Yes, it involves a lot of traveling, but traveling was not the main focus. But the point is, I started asking myself, what did I like to do when I was a kid? And it took me about a year to really ask myself this question. And when I found out about writing, it's something I did not want to hear, because I was like, yeah, but that was like fantasies when I was a kid. And then I realized I had so much negative beliefs when it came to writing, because whenever I wanted to write, as a child, there was so much blockage, discouragement, so many negative feelings and memories associated with every time I wanted to write. But when I looked back at my stories, at the stuff I was writing, I really looked at myself and I said, this is good stuff. There are definitely people who want to read this, and they'll never be able to read it unless I write it. So only end of 2023 had I had a small glimpse, but I was pushing from here and there, and it's not that I wasn't taking my life seriously, but I was filled with fear. I was afraid to try a new form of meditation, to try new counseling, to think outside of the box, to hear people who are different from me, to find out the truth, which was maybe I had a wrong mindset, and maybe my life was a lie, or the world doesn't work the way I thought it did. I was afraid of all of those things. And being afraid is not a problem. The problem is being so afraid that you're not willing to do anything, and that's fear. If you're asking yourself this question, put the fear aside. If you're asking yourself, how do I find my passion? Put the fear aside. Be willing to try these steps. Ask yourself, what do I love and what am I naturally good at? And look at yourself as a child. Look at your inner child. He or she is not dead. I promise you. They're still here. So, yeah. Try this tactic. And when you try this tactic and you have the first two questions answered, now you can start opening your heart to exploration and asking yourself, what do I want to explore? What ideas, what careers do I want to explore? It doesn't matter your age. Don't worry about age. It's never too late. You're fine. You're fine. It's only late when you don't do anything, then you're dead. That's when it's too late. But right now, you're not. You're never too late. Things can move in quickly, especially if you break your mind shell and you start thinking outside of linear time. We're going to be using a lot of these terminologies, so get used to it. I'm just saying, get used to it. So, if you do want to find out more about things like, oh, what is linear time? What is this? We talk about that in Pronoia radio station, so not to worry. Number 4, what thing of value can you give to other people? Remember the writing thing? Well, I said I could give entertainment. Remember the little business and events I could do? Well, I could do events linked to charity. I could do events, social events to bring people together. The psychology thing, the helping others, led me to be a psychology student. And I'm working and studying towards being a therapist. You see? When you ask, it's so funny because when you ask yourself these questions, the first 3 especially, you get to answer the rest. So this one is going to be a little bit short, but what value do I give to others? That's why you should look at the inner child. Don't look at your pleasures right now as an adult. Your inner child is holding all the secrets to the bonds, the creation, the imagination, the desires that you had when you were born. Look towards that. It has the answers to what you can do to help others, what you can give others. I had to open my thought journal again because I had forgotten. This is my thought journal. Have a thought journal, guys. It will help you. A thought journal is where whenever I'm feeling something creative, or I'm thinking of an idea, or I'm thinking of something new, I put it down. I jot it down in my thought journal. Always have a thought journal. So to conclude, we're going to go over everything we have learned today. How do I find my passion? Write this down, please. Number 1, what do I love? And I know what I love by looking at my inner child, looking at my surroundings, looking at the things that give me peace and joy within. What am I naturally able to do? What are my talents? What are things that I was able to do and things that I was involved in when I was a child or in my pre-adolescent or adolescent years? Those things that I enjoy to do I'm just good at them. I'm just good at maths. I'm just good at writing. I'm just good at video games. I'm just good at talking to people. I'm just good at socializing. I'm just good at advising people on new ideas. What do I want to try? Number 3. That's the 3rd one. I hope you're writing this down. What do I want to try? What are some skills that I want to learn? What are some talents that I want to try and expand? How can I expand and explore? What are some skills that are going to give me more fulfillment in the things that I love and I'm naturally good at? Maybe I am a chef, and expanding on being a chef, I can learn how to farm, and I can be a farmer. I can build skills, farming skills or agricultural skills, and they can help me to become a better chef. I can expand on being a chef through agriculture. Number 4, What thing of value can I give? Knowing inside in your heart and in your mind that you always have value. There's no such thing as a human being that doesn't have value. All human beings have value. They can give value. Not listening to the lies, not listening to the projections or the influences, knowing that you have value. And looking at the back. 1, 2, 3. Those 3 things that I just answered. What do those things have to do with other people? What can they offer other people? Number 5, what is my desire? Now this is 1, 2, 3, and 4 all at once. What is my desire? Putting all of the stuff together, having some sort of substance, some sort of rock and basis. And then number 5, what does God say? Aligning, getting God's final thoughts and aligning and making sure that the desires that are in you are completely the ones from God, that they aren't any extra fragments that have been added there. Especially if you see things, stuff like, oh, I want to be super rich and just like have money and spend money all the time. That is not of God. What is of God is saying is, I want to enjoy myself. Enjoying myself takes money. So I do want money to have fun, to enjoy myself, and to expand on my talents. And God will give you plenty of money for that. So make sure that you have that alignment. Make sure you do the inner work. This is super important, guys. This is your life. Quoting, what's her name? Lottie, Sophie's sister from Howl's Moving Castle. She said, Sophie, it's your life. Do something about it for a change. It's your life. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to help you. No one's coming to get you out of that rut. Save yourself. Find your passion. Find what you want to do. Find what you were placed on this earth to do. Trust me, there is plenty of stuff that needs to do. I'm going to do another reference. Okay, if you're here, I like watching a lot of like movies and cartoons and like stuff like that. So I'm going to be referencing cartoons. I remember watching Daria, and her dad was like, he had lost his job. So he's like, what am I going to do? I've lost my job. Like, I have nothing to do. I'm not a real man. I don't have value. And Daria said, well, there are plenty of chores that need doing around here. That was funny and relatable. If you've been a teenager, that's very relatable. I remember once my mom, not once, but multiple times, my mom would be like, I don't know what I just want to do with my life. I feel like I'm not doing anything. There's no action in my body. And in my mind, I'm like, well, you can always do chores. You can always help around the house. That would be helpful. Anyway, of course I said that in my mind, because if I said that out loud, that would lead to the biggest ass whooping of my entire life. Anyway, it's your life. Do something about it for a change. And the start is knowing what it is you are called to do in life. Your purpose. So I wish you the best in your journey. I pray that God helps you find what it is that you're supposed to do. I believe in you. I have faith in you. I know. I just thought something silly. I'm telling you something that your father has never told you. You know that joke. You know that meme, right? I'm sorry. I'm like one of those old Gen Zs, so I'm just gonna be mentioning memes and cartoons every single time I speak. It's silly, but anyway, I'm joking. No, I'm not being serious. But for real though, on a serious note, everyone who is watching this video, and I believe all of you are watching this video from start to finish. Thank you so much for watching this video from start to finish. It's not just about me. It's not just about, oh, I got another view. No, this is about you. I'm your counselor, remember? This is about you. I want you to have the desires of your heart. I want you to achieve your goals and your dreams. I want you to expand, to grow bigger, to be fruitful, to multiply, to replenish and have dominion over the earth. That is our original commandment. It's within you. You can do it. I have faith in you and I have confidence in you. You just have to start. It's never too late. So thank you so much for watching this video from start to finish. Thank you so much for learning something from this video, and thank you for taking notes. Taking notes is very important. I do that too when I'm watching something or I'm learning something. Taking notes is very important. So thank you for doing all those things. As always, my name is Duchess Swan, and thank you for watching.